What was he running?
I'm not sure. All I know for sure is a standard deck.
You want to finish up that pack while you do that, or how you want to do it?
Wait, is this a pack that you haven't went through yet?
I think that's the one you did, wasn't it?
This is the one Carter did.
Carter did.
Or maybe me. It was me.
Yeah, it was you because of the foil.
So I'm handing you that.
Okay.
Is that a pack you just opened?
Yeah, I hadn't finished it yet.
Alright, was this the token in it?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll do that one after sideboard.
Okay.
Alright, so we have a pack that's been opened. We just haven't opened it yet. I gotta get them on camera. They might have already started. I hope not. Okay, so...
And you've moved the die. Move the thing. Sweet.
Looked like a 7 and a 9. So Ethan's gonna go first. I need to fix the life totals.
What's the old goat's name on? Or never mind.
Yeah, it's...
Thanks, Joff. I just read your message.
So up top we have Josh Black, and at the bottom of your screen, once again, we have Grixis Delver player Ethan Epstein, which I don't actually have to update because he was already in there. Josh, I believe, is playing Affinity, Robots, I don't know what... Frobots. I don't know whatever it's called. Steel Overseer, Memnites, Cranial
stuff.
Platings, Arcbound Ravagers, all the goodies. Let's see, I'm going to put this pack face down so I don't accidentally spoil what's inside.
Well, we can spoil through the thing. It's fine.
But that's not as fun. We do have a lot of packs.
I don't know why I said boxes. By the way, you mind handing me my bag too?
Oh, no, I can't do that.
Oh, but I don't want this V-Click to sit out by herself.
Is it this big thing?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. Alright, and we're going to see a quick opening from Josh, who's going to have a land and a Springleaf Drum, Ornithopter, and a Signal Pest.
And a Blank Moth.
Yeah, and it looks like he has a Cranial Plating in hand.
Wow.
If he has...
I love his choice of artwork on the Ornithopter, though.
I believe that's courtesy of Michael Stewart, who always uses the originals.
Yeah, dude, I love your style.
I'm pretty sure you borrowed this deck from Michael Stewart to play at the Invitational, actually.
Oh, nice. Is he going
A
with
welding jar comes down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Michael's going to make it up there.
Sweet.
So he can sacrifice that welding jar to regenerate each artifact he controls. And it only costs 0. Is Ethan thinking about perhaps counterspelling this?
I don't know. No,
Wait. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to
Okay.
attempt to bolt the welding jar at first.
That would be very weird.
So in response to the welding jar, he's going to bolt the Signal Pest to not take damage. But an Arcbound Ravager is going to come down, and that is going to be a problem for Ethan, I assume, because now a welding jar is in play. And I believe Josh is explaining roughly how Arcbound Ravager works right now.
Seems about right.
Because Ethan's fairly new to Modern. Well, the decks he's played in Modern have been Storm. For a long time, Ethan's played Storm.
So, like a deck.
But he hasn't ever really needed to interact with his opponents.
Yeah, great.
So he doesn't. I don't think he knows the metagame as well as most of the Modern players would know the metagame.
Yeah.
Or he might just not have played against Arcbound Ravagers.
He might not have played against Affinity in general. That's not something you got to do when you're storming. You just hope you don't die. On
You just
turn
cast
three.
your, basically just cast your spells. So we're gonna have a turn 2 Arcbound Ravager into a turn 3 Mountain from Ethan. Looks like Josh missed his second land drop, but Affinity really doesn't have a problem with that, honestly.
No.
It helps, but it's not a necessity. Oh, and yes, of course, Michael Stewart also... I believe that Arcbound is one of the 2 Japanese ones. Michael did mention it, and it does look like the text box is a little more filled than
that would
the
explain
Arcbound
why
Ravager.
that's what it was.
That would also make sense.
Yeah. I can see it.
Spellskite coming down for Ethan. That's a pretty okay blocker.
Well, not only blocker, but if he knows how it works correctly,
Oh, he can put the
Spellskite can take
modular.
modular.
So we're going to see an untap and a draw from Josh, who's playing Affinity at the top of your screen, against Ethan here at the bottom, who's playing Grixis Twin. He won last round on camera against Jeskai. Usually I wouldn't have 2 people on in back-to-back rounds. It's the second week it's happened. Last week we featured Brandon in back-to-back rounds.
What was he playing?
Last week it was Standard, and he was playing Mardu Token, or Mardu Dragons.
Signal Pest off of Blank Moth.
Alright, so Signal Pest coming down. That's
unusual.
tappable to the Springleaf Drum to maybe play a Thoughtcast. I think he would have slammed the Thoughtcast down if he had it.
He would have probably
Oh.
shortcutted. No,
Ooh.
just another...
Another Springleaf Drum. That's That's getting there. He has a lot of artifacts in play. He's going to pass it back, and that Spellskite's going to keep the Arcbound Ravager at bay. And not bay as in B-A-E, but B-A-Y, the real bay.
I mean, I still would have tested to see, but if you had a bolt or something, would have been funny.
Yeah. A bolt, Springleaf Drum. I got Galvanic Blast. I mean, that's.
Well, I meant from the Grixis player because he left the red open.
So Ethan's going to pass it back, not hitting his 4th land. Darksteel Citadel comes down, and I know that Josh had a Cranial Plating in his hand, so he might just suit up this Ornithopter and get busy.
Well, if it resolves.
That is true. Ethan does have blue up. And we know Ethan's at least playing Green Mana. He might be playing Mana Leak.
Yeah.
He could Snapcaster Lightning Bolt the Ornithopter is another option, if that's an option. I don't really think it is,
it
but
actually
it could be.
It depends on whatever he equips.
Cranial Plating is going to come down for Josh. He's going to need to do a quick read on it, make sure he knows what it does.
That's a lot of reading cards going on today. I only see that stuff in Legacy. So what's he going to equip? What do you think? Is it going to be Signal Pest or is it going to be Arcbound?
I assume it's going to be Arcbound. Or Ornithopter, not Signal Pest.
But
I feel like you put it on the Ornithopter.
Signal Pest can't be blocked by Spellskite.
Does it? It can only be blocked by flyers?
It can only be blocked by flyers or reach.
So he's gonna cast a Terminate on the Arcbound. Okay, so
on the
Josh,
if
he sacks the modular counter,
he's gonna try.
If I was Josh, I would maybe just tap it to the Springleaf Drum to add black.
Okay, and he paid 2 life. I don't think either one of them quite knew what was happening there. Wait a minute.
Can you redirect the modular?
Yeah, you can redirect
that modular counter.
You can redirect the modular counters. Let me check on the phone real quick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's going to put him down to 11 here. Need to get my paper to make sure I'm keeping track of life correctly. See, we got Josh on top and Ethan on bottom.
I'm just checking the rules text on Arcbound.
Ethan's at 11 to Josh's 12, and we're here at streaming for Hometown Hobbies in Huntington, West Virginia, using rare drops and storage room. I'm not sure.
We'll call it back room.
Yeah, the back room. That sounds a little
nicer.
I don't know. I actually think it sounds the other way. But yeah, we're hanging out back here.
But also, with the Arcbound, it does just say onto another target artifact creature, so it could be either one. So good thing Ethan did read all those cards. And it is a May, yes. But it looks like he
was. I will say this: Josh was in the process of moving the counter onto the Ornithopter.
Right, but the thing is, if somebody had sat down and explained to him before that, he might not have done it, because Spellskite is a bit of a pain for these decks. And Pestermite untapping Sulfur to
terminate the Signal Pest.
Only misplay I've seen so far was when Ethan did the first Terminate, because he had the black-red open. He could have just left his, what I'm guessing was Steam Vents up to redirect without having to pay life.
We have another Blink Moth coming down. He can animate both Blink Moths too.
Well, he can animate them both, but can he equip the Cranial to it at the same time?
Yeah, he can. Oh wait.
No, because they both take 1 to do. Plus, you have to have another mana to hit the. And that's going to be hurting because of the equipment. He's going to try to redirect, which I don't think you can do that.
I think they're going to ask a judge to make sure.
They might just be moving along.
Looks like the equip happened. He's going to animate Blink Moth to make it a creature and attack with both.
And
if it goes through, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the Ornithopter and 1 from the Blink Moth. The Pestermite's going to block, and he's going to regen team with the Welding Jar to make sure his Ornithopter doesn't live. He's going to take 1, go down to 10, and Josh is going to pass it back. Ethan's a third blue shy of casting Cryptic Command. He has plenty of Electrolyze type abilities, which you might just slam one right now, honestly, if he has it in hand. it might be okay to just clear any kind of creature off.
Yeah.
So he's going to, I assume, shock the Ornithopter here and maybe make Josh discard a card if he has a card. He might just put the Pestermite from his graveyard back into hand.
Well, see, the important thing is he can only... If he had waited till the attack step, even though Spell Pierce is a big problem for that deck, he could have destroyed the... No, he's going to do destroy equipment, or artifact.
Oh, I forgot Call Against Command has that ability. That was the obvious play, is to get rid of the cranial plating.
What I was going to say was he could have waited. Oh,
another one
up.
comes down.
Jeez.
Oh, this is going to be tough. He's suiting up the Spellskite, and he's going to definitely get in there for 4. 5 with the Darksteel Citadel, putting Ethan down half of his life.
Okay, I was going to say, did he animate? But he couldn't.
It's 4
animate
on
it.
and then
Right.
5. Yeah, he was, well...
I was thinking.
No,
if he
you're man
animated,
off either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking to myself.
Tapped one to animate, then drop it.
So Ethan's going to pass. If Josh draws a land, it's not the worst, because he gets to animate both Blink Moths and get busy. If not, I assume he's just going to swing in right now with the Ornithopter.
Thinking kind of hard.
I think he's trying to make sure he doesn't lose on his next turn.
Yeah.
To potential end of turn Deceiver Exarch followed by
spells.
He could Deceiver Exarch untap Terminate, but I think Ethan only plays 2 Terminates. I'm pretty
Most
sure.
of them only do play 2 Terminates.
So he's going to go to attack step. Ethan does not have triple blue, so he cannot Cryptic Command bounce team. And I think he just realized that.
Yeah, because he stopped him in the combat.
Beginning of combat.
Have you heard how Matt and Christina did on their pack shot?
I have not, actually.
You know,
as you all know, Grand Prix Las Vegas is happening this weekend. It's going to definitely be the largest Grand Prix of all time.
There's also 2 other GPs going on overseas.
Where are they?
Wittenberg, I think, and Chiba, I want to say.
Chiba, yeah, 100. I definitely remember Chiba because of the Wizards.
And there's a 3rd one going on too. And I know Kenji, I can't pronounce
Samara.
I think so. I thought it was Ikashira. The guy.
That's
New
also.
Moth and the Mummy.
I'm not sure. I
The one that streams a lot.
I don't. I do not watch streams often. Actually.
Okay. Well, he's doing one of the. He's doing the Channel Fireball, helping them with their stream.
Oh, awesome! Oh, so is Channel Fireball the host of this one?
Yeah, Channel Fireball's host of the Vegas one, and I think wherever the 3rd one, I can't remember and pronounce its name correctly. That's where most of the WotC guys are going to do their stream.
I know I saw an interview with Shuhei Nakamura at one of the European one. The European one.
That's the European
Looks
one.
like a Deceiver Exarch is going to tap down a Blink Moth, which is going to make it to where you can't equip up a Blink Moth Nexus in his upkeep. Or on his turn unless he draws a land. If he draws another Darksteel Citadel, that is game blouses.
Well, he also could have just flowed the mana, animated.
Did he just draw a second card?
I think he did. Unless he was getting ready to draw and he stopped him before he drew.
Looked like he added a card to his hand, and then this card is currently in Josh's hand, and I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, I think he might have just drawn an extra card. Ethan's pointing it out, seeing how many's in his hand.
Rewatching it on stream, and we're already past that part. He's going to cast a Vault Scourge and take 2 life, going down to 18. It's first damage onto Josh. But if Ethan has the Splinter Twin, he has game next turn. I'm not sure if he plays Kiki-Jiki. I very much doubt it. But also, if he has land Kiki-Jiki, he has lethal also.
Now Josh is in a hard spot because he was tapping at the Vault Scourge and the Leaf to add mana. But he's not sure now. Yep, he's going to animate Blink Moth. And in response,
It's going to be a little Lightning Bolt on the Vault Scourge.
That's...
If an Opal comes down, it's lethal. But
and it's not.
I assume that an Opal is not coming down. He's going to go to 4, and this seems like, assuming Ethan has it,
Which
this will be game. But he didn't slam it down into open mana, so I assume he doesn't have it. And if he is, he's the